Sunshine, Chapter 5, Music on the Radio. I'd given Andy some soap to wash himself off in the river with. I had my back turned to him as I also washed up, as well as Gordon. We all needed it, as a few days without a shower was enough for me. I walked out of the river and put on a towel and dried my long blonde hair. I saw both brothers walk out and start to towel themselves off as well. We had washed our clothes and dried them around a fire. My shirt, for once, didn't smell like sweat and tears. It was nice and warm and dry. I was in heaven. I'd also given Sparky a bath in the river after I got dressed and rolled up my pants, as he needed it. So, Andy, how does it feel to be nice and clean with clean clothes? He lit up a blunt. Feels good, Seb, and honestly makes me feel more human. Gordon was humming a song to himself, and Sparky was shaking himself off. I got the canteen out and filled it with water that I poured into the pot above the fire. Coffee, anyone? Or tea? Both brothers were thinking hard. I'll take tea. Andy wanted tea. Gordon, what about you? He thought harder. I'll also take tea. I was the only coffee drinker. Okay, then. The tea was made, and then an hour later, gray and black clouds started to roll in along with the breeze. We should probably get going. It seems that there's a storm rolling in. Both brothers put out the fire and whistled to get Sparky's attention. He got up and ran towards the train. Gordon ran with Sparky, leaving just Andy and I. So how are you doing, Seb? I hope it's slightly better than before. I nodded, and he sighed a breath of relief. Yeah, I feel much better after the bath, and having you back, I'm glad I didn't lose you. He smiled and we hugged, and yet again it lingered a bit too long, but neither of us complained. Come on, slowpokes, the storm looks pretty nasty. I looked up at the sky and felt a raindrop on my cheek. Both Andy and I jogged to the train as the rain started falling down. It was almost impossible to see where we were going. I think we should find the tunnel for the rest of the day. Gordon nodded, and after a few minutes we found the tunnel to camp out in. Andy was sitting on the couch with Sparky, as I was with Gordon in the front. A cold front was moving in, and the air suddenly had a slight chill to it. I searched through the clothes in the second train car and pulled out leather jackets for all of us. Andy took the black leather jacket. Gordon took the beige leather trench coat, and I took the brown bomber jacket. Andy looked good, but then again, didn't he always? Seb, Gordon, think we should make a fire in the tunnel? I'm a bit hungry. I nodded as Sparky hopped down to the tunnel. As Gordon got some kindling, Andy got chunks of wood, and after a few minutes we had a roaring fire that was able to combat the chill of the air. Gordon walked back into the train to get some beans and chili to heat up over the fire. The fire was casting dancing shadows on limestone walls. Andy had taken the radio with him and turned it on. Nothing for a second, until he switched the channel. If anyone was looking for a community, come to Sacramento. Then the radio signal disappeared suddenly. I looked at Andy, who looked between Gordon and I. Do we think it's another trap? Andy shrugged as Gordon opened the cans and I started to cook. It could be, but the fact they have a radio signal means some sort of civilization. Gordon and I nodded along in Andy's assessment. It was time to eat, however. We all dug in, and even Sparky got a small plate full of food. The storm was raging outside the walls of the tunnel, and the smoke was being wafted away by the breeze. The world was okay at the moment, and that was nice.